Just waiting for some folks to jump on. Hey Andrew, how you doing? Thanks for joining. All right. So thanks for coming and smoking with Bob. We're going to talk about molasses killers today. A lot of people always question me, what's that glass molasses killer that you use all the time, and why do you use it? Is it restricted? Does it restrict your smoke? What's the reason for even having a molasses catcher? So, hey Tanner, how you doing? Jacob, thanks for joining. So I want to just discuss about what I feel about molasses catchers, and there's so many on the market, so many different types, but I just wanted to go over everything that I believe is a positive reason to have one and use one. So let me just show you guys my little collection of molasses catchers, and so you can see what I kind of have here. So let's start from the front here. All right, we've got these are your MIGs for your MIGs. Okay, this is the slide for some of the ones that require a slide. This is a screw-in one that you would use on let's say a G36, which I have. Okay, we've got the mat killer, and of course we've got the juice box for the hot box. And this is my standard use molasses killer here. This is the Amira, cheap $25 glass that does the job, works with pretty much all my hookahs. We've got here the Octopus for Octopus Hookah. This is from the Kinemod. This is also a MIG one, and this is Blade from Russia. So those are your molasses killers. So let's go over and kind of show them what each one does. So, all right, MIGs. Both the slide and the screw-on one, basically the same. You unscrew. No water is required in these, okay? That's how they look inside. Very, very heavy and well built. These are $100 from Hookah John. As you can see, these are identical inside. Again, no water required on these. And on the slide, this goes into the up stem, and then the tray portion goes in here. On the G36, this will screw into your up stem, and then your tray your tray would be on top here. Hey Matt, how you doing? Chris, thanks for joining. Stefan, what's going on? So, mat killer. This is also a very good piece. This one works on quite a few of my other Russian hookahs too. So not just on their brand, not on the Matt Paris. It works on my Sun Pipe and a couple others that I've got. So I'll show you this. So this is the Matt Pair for cleaning. This comes off. Very easy, again, to use and maintain, and this only screws on, so it's not a slide at all. Then of course we've got the juice box that just came out. Very easy. This one just goes right on top of the hot box. This one you're going to put about ½ inch of water in the bottom, and it works good. My Amira. Okay, I already got some water in here, so you can see. Just the water's moving now, but it's kind of hard to see. It's very, very little. You want to make sure that you're not covering the port that's coming out inside the glass, because you'll suck water into your hose. So what the water is doing, basically just filtering your molasses there into the water, making it easy for cleanup for you as well. I mean, you can use it without water, but it's just gonna be all syrupy inside the glass. The water just catching all your molasses. So, and let's see. All right, this is the Octopus. Okay, this would slide into the up stem. Okay, the tray portion goes in the top here, and that's how this works. This one's kind of neat. The Octopus actually glows in the dark. So that I got with my Octopus Hookah. This is from the Kinemod. Again, the German style ones, they actually all slide down, and if you notice, if you slide it down here, it's got the stem inside going that way, with this going into the up stem, which is kind of different from, if you look at the Amira, you see, you would think that, you know, I've got two of them, so I'll show you. If you were to put it down in a stem like that, look the way the port is. See, it's the wrong way, so it's got to be up like this, and the bowl goes on top. So that's the difference how these work. Alright, then we've got the, yeah, Andrew, the Mat Killer works really good. One of my favorites. And, alright, here's the MIG again. Slides into the up stem like that, put a little water in here, and you're good to go. This is the blade. No water required with this. It's aluminum. See, like that. And again, for cleaning, kind of similar to the mat pair. The disc comes off for cleaning, and all your juices would be inside here. A lot of people, you know, think that what's the real reason to have a molasses catcher? Well, honestly, there's a couple things. One, it makes your cleanup super easy, especially between smokes. After you're done smoking without one, you're going to have some syrup into the water. You'll have to change your water out before you start a new bowl. Unless you're smoking the same flavor, you know, and then if you don't care, it's not a big deal. Let me see. Let me take, before I continue, I'm going to take a couple of questions here. Chris, how much does the Octopus run? The Octopus, I believe, was $45, and I got it directly from Octopus itself. Yeah, Connor, they do make a big difference. And yeah, the glass ones do break easy. I've gone through 3 of these, and only for my own fault, because after I was done cleaning it, I hit it with a hose or something, and it just tipped over. And I have granite countertops. It hits the side and it cracks. You know, it is what it is. But you're super easy to clean up. I take a teaspoon of OxyClean, put it inside here, fill this up with water, shake it around, and you're super good to go. I do that with all the glass ones. It works really, really good. But with the Molasses Catcher, how often do you change the water? Stefan wants to know. I do it between smokes. It takes, you know, a minute. You just pull it off. When I change the bowl, I take that off, dump the water out, quick rinse, and add another, you know, a little bit dash of water inside there. I mean, you don't have to, because all you're doing is collecting the molasses in there. So, but you know, if you want to, I usually do it between smokes. But you know, I think that going back to my topic of why I use them, one, your base will always be clean. If you're changing different flavors one after another, you smoke a bowl and you want to go to a completely different flavor, you're going to not have to change the water in your base. Two, the other thing is that you're going to, at the end of the night, when your cleanup is going to be really easy. You're not going to have any syrup in your pipe at all. It's just going to be a quick hot water rinse and you're done. It just makes life easy. Restrictions, some guys say they're restricted when they use it. I don't feel any restriction. Honestly, it works really, really good. Let's see, have all the breaks been for similar reasons, or have any been based on stress? None on stress, all for my personal stupidity of knocking it over. I've had not one break from stress. So the Octopus, it's been known to the little octopus inside come loose. I haven't had that issue, but I know some people have had that happen. You know, but to me, not a big deal. I mean, on my German hookahs, I can use any one of these on there. You know, I can use the MIG on the Kinemod. I can use the MIG on the Octopus. I can use the Octopus on the MIG, because it's just the way they're designed. So that's never going to be a factor, you know. So, but you know, they're not hard to clean up, and the killers are not hard to clean up, and they also make your day, I think, a lot better when you use them, because your cleanup is just between smokes is going to be really, really fast. I'm gonna go. I got some coals going right now. I'm gonna light one up, and I'm gonna show you how I do this with a molasses catcher. And it doesn't prohibit the startup of your smoke either. It's not doing anything by putting it on there if you're curious about that. So let me check my coals here. They're more than halfway done. We're just about ready. Already packed a bowl. I've got a Project Black bowl, and in there I am smoking the test batch of Zoomerette. I've got banana cream pie and of the test batch, and the blueberry. 20% blueberry, 80% banana cream pie. A really good mix. So, all right, let me look at some of the questions we got here. Looks like it won't restrict the pipe. No, Andrew, it doesn't restrict the pipe, and you know, like I said, it just adds to your session. And let's see. Somebody said something about the blade. Yeah, the blade is cool. Mine unfortunately got damaged up. It got scratched up. The aluminum, you could see, not a big deal in shipping from. I got it from Hookah, Russia, and I think this was like $12 US, super cheap. And if you're making an order from them, might as well have them, send them. I know there's some new products coming very soon on the market, that we'll see and be able to get. And as they come on, I'll get more. But as far as my everyday molasses catcher, it's a Samira. I know the brand name itself, it has a stigma, but honestly, it's for 25 bucks, it works on 90% of all my hookahs, and super easy to use. So this is one without water in it, and this is the one with a little water in it. So we're gonna put it on and we'll get going. How much water you put in there? It's just a judgment. I don't know if you can. It's kind of hard to see with this stupid camera. It's got to be about that much underneath the spout, so you don't want to suck any water in when you're smoking. So just a dash. You don't need much in there at all. It's just basically to catch the molasses and make it, when you clean up the glass, super easy. You don't have anything sticky residue drying up inside the glass. Blade is coming out with a hookah with a molasses catcher integrated in the hookah. Well, that will be pretty cool. So, all right. So let's go put this on, and let me turn my camera around here. All right. Right now, I got the McLeod out. That's what I was smoking this morning. So we're just going to use this one. All right. This one, just put it right on here. On, super easy, and put the grommet here, and where's my bowl? I packed my bowl, and I gotta find where I packed my bowl. Oh, it's right in front of me. Here we go. Stupidity here. All right, so we already packed the bowl. All right, on. So I've also found that it actually cuts the noise down a little bit when you use a molasses catcher. This one's pretty much dead quiet anyways. This one has a diffuser on it, but let me get a close-up look so you can see the water. I don't know if you can see the water level or not. There you go. All right, let's go check on our coals. Let's see. Yeah, we're about ready now. Pull these off. I've got 3 shamans. All right, I'm going to use a Provost. All right, let's turn this around. All right. Let's see some more questions. Just put on the coals. I'll be smoking with you about. Great, Brandon. Awesome. Let's see. Connor. Let's see. Matt, the Dashani ones are no bueno. Amira seems to be more about personal care. Okay. How many of you use molasses catchers? Do you believe in them? Do you not believe in them? I mean, what are your opinions on them? I mean, like I said, everybody's got a preference. You may think it restricts your smoke, and if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. I mean, it's just like any hookah you smoke. Some people will say a pipe is awesome, and other guys like that sucks. So it's really a personal preference. What you all like, and but for me, I mean, I just think it's really nice. As far as cleanup and stuff. Anybody have any opinions about a molasses catcher that they use? I use the matte pair. It works on. Let me see. I know it works. Oh gosh, I can't remember which. I can't even remember which pipes. I know it works on 2 of my pipes. I know it works on the Sun pipe, and I'm trying to remember the other one that I used it on. But it's well built. I mean, quality-wise, it's just as well built as the MIG. Now the MIG ones are $100, and I think these are $50. So there is a big price differential between those. The glass ones that I got from my German pipes, they all the Octopus was the only one that I purchased. The other ones came with my pipes. So let's see, which one is better, the metal like matte pair mullet catcher or the one you're using right now? Of course, anything made of steel is going to be better, or even the aluminum. I mean, works really well too. I think I got more airflow through the glass Amira than I do this tiny blade. The blade works. I kind of use this as my travel molasses catcher. I use it on the Envy and also the Aeon, travel hookahs. So I carry this around. It's easy. It's light, and you don't have to worry about breaking it. So because I use, like I said, I use a molasses catcher on every smoke. So when I bring my travel hookahs, this is the one I bring with me because it's light and almost fit in your pocket, But as far as if, the stainless steel ones work great and they're going to last you forever. The glass ones will break, if you're not careful. I've never had one just fail due to fatigue of use, it just because of my stupidity of hitting it or dropping it or something like that. But I mean, they all work well, so they all do the job, and that's the most important thing. When you're done smoking, you're going to see the water in the Amira is going to turn color, and that's all the shit that would be in your stem and your water. So I mean, it's obviously doing a job. So if it was still clear water, then you would say it's not doing its thing. So, hey Bracken, how you doing? Let's see. Robert says, I've been looking into getting one right around when you got your first Amira. I was torn as Amira has a reputation. Let me see. Though I was completely willing to acknowledge they might do the catcher just fine. I think I've been living vicariously through you since then. Haha. Just haven't gotten around to purchasing one. I think I'm convinced on trying it out. You know what? It's $25, and that's before your promo code that you put in there. 5 stars got them. I think Junkie may have it, but hey Bracken, what's up? But yeah, I mean, as long as you're careful, you're not gonna break it. So let me see if this thing's going. Yeah. Now let me show you how the catcher looks. See, it's filling with smoke. So it's doing its job. Again, I don't have any restriction. I mean, it's just sitting there catching the shit that you don't want at your base and your stem. And if you're like me, I usually smoke 3 or 4 bowls a day when I'm home, and I'm constantly changing flavor. The only thing I may do between a flavor change is swap out the hose. That's it. But otherwise, I don't have to ever change the base or clean the stem out. I'll just change out the hose for a different flavor, and and you're good to go. And the water is going to be clear. Granted, I've got a very deep red burgundy base right now, and you can't really see the color of the water. But if I was using a clear base and I wasn't using a catcher, you would notice right away when you're done how dark it is from the juices. And you've seen it before. You've gone into lounges, shitty lounges, that they bring out a hookah and you're like, what the fuck? They didn't even clean the base. You know, it's just so. You know, that's what we're trying to alleviate here when you're smoking. Project Black Ball, subtle flex. Hey, you know, why not? If you got it, use it. So do you all have any questions regarding these, or any thoughts on any of them? Anyways, you know, like I said, the reason why I wanted to do this live was because everybody's always asking, what's that glass catcher you're using? So it's the Amira. Like I said, it works on 90% of the hookahs that I have. It doesn't work on the German hookahs that I have, and it doesn't work on the Megs, but otherwise it works great. What am I smoking, Bracken? I am smoking Zumerit's test batch. I've got 80% banana cream pie and 20% blueberry that I tried at Vapor the other night at their Halloween party. Chance was there, and he set up his bowl that way. He gave me his hookah to try, and I was in love with that flavor combination. And so this is my second bowl of it since I've gotten home, and I love it. Together, it's a really good combination. And I have to say, his blueberry tastes like blueberry. I love it. So when this release comes out, I think you're really going to like this new line. And so far, I've really enjoyed all the flavors that he's come out with. So they're all doing really well. Nero says, you put water on stainless. Never use water in the stainless or the aluminum ones. These don't require water. Because stainless is super easy to clean, just a rinse and go. You know, the molasses in glass, after it heats up, you know, could get all stuck to the sides, and it's going to be hard to get out once you go to clean your catcher. So, but the metal ones you don't need to because it's stainless. It's super, you know, these are easy to clean, and you just, you know, rinse it out with hot water and you're good to go. So you wouldn't have to worry about ever putting water. The juice box, which I love. I'm so glad Nathan came out with this, but it works really, really good. Just a little water halfway up the up stem here, and you're good to go. And this has been a really good lifesaver. Now, before he came out with this, I was using the Amira on my hot box. It works great on that too. So, you know, if you don't want a juice box or you just have an Amira, it will work on that. It works on like I said, almost all your hookahs. I use it on all my Regals. I use it on my DSH, my Totem, my Japana. I use it on my Al Jamal. I use it on my VZs, my Union, my Vesper. I have a carbine. It works on that. It works on everything. So I've got Hookah John Hookah, the Mexinica. I've got my Syrian-inspired Hookah John hookah. It works on that. It works on all of them. And like I said, I don't know as far as where you can purchase the Amir outside of 5-star. Maybe Hookah Shisha may have it. We'll just do a Google search for it. Actually, I've purchased 3 of them in the past from a guy on eBay, and it was like $21 with free shipping. So eBay, I know there's a seller on eBay that sells them. So you could definitely find it on eBay as well. Bracken, do you have any of the test batch roll from Zoomerit? right, so if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate everybody coming and watching with me and learning together. And if anybody's got more questions after I sign off, feel free to send me a PM in Messenger, and I'll be happy to get back with you and answer whatever I can. Again, thanks everybody for joining Smoking with Bob. Happy smoking. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye, everybody.